head to YesSupply or facebook.com/YesSupply. Okay, my live is up and running. Hi guys, how are you? So excited to hang out with you this evening. So what I'm talking about is knowing, is it the right time to start? How do you know when it's the right time to start? Thanks so much for the hearts. Hi Fairy Goldmother. Hi Rob Wilson. Hi to Purple Butterfly. Cool. So if you are somebody who wants to start a business, or in my case, what I'm focusing on right now is helping people who want to start a membership site, but you're like, I don't know if it's the right time for me. I don't know when I should start. Thanks so much for the hearts. I don't know when I should start. I don't have an audience yet. I don't have followers yet. This is for you. And my big answer to that is there's no one right time. There's no one perfect time. If I had waited for the perfect time to launch my first product or to launch my business or to launch my membership site, I would have been waiting forever, because at any point when you're launching anything, whether it's a new package, whether it's you're sending a cold email to a client, whatever it is, there's always going to be that feeling of fear. There's always going to be that feeling of uncertainty. And what that is us stretching outside of our comfort zone to the other side, which is seeing that we can be so much more confident that we can really do anything that we put our minds to. So if you're wondering if it's the right time for you to do that thing that you've always been hoping and dreaming and wondering if you can do, if you've been wanting to launch a membership site forever, but you're like, oh, I don't know the steps and I don't know when to get started, and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting, the time is now. There's never a right time except for when you have a vision and a dream to create something. And the thing is, there really is no failure, right? So many times we go into something and we're like, oh, well, I don't want to do that in case nobody buys it, or I don't want to do it in case nobody accepts it. But then if you do nothing, then nobody is going to buy it and nobody is going to accept it, because they won't know that your amazing product or service or vision is going to exist. And so a big thing that you always want to remember is that followers do not necessarily equal customers. Customers equal customers. And it's really funny, because the person who I was talking to about this, when this idea first came into my mind, was actually somebody who had 300,000 followers on Instagram, and this was something that we were discussing. I also have friends who have 100,000 followers on Instagram and are not making enough to quit their jobs and go full time, and I know people who have 100,000 followers on Instagram and have chosen not to monetize their platform. I also know somebody who launched a membership site and had 0 audience, still has 0 audience, but solely used Facebook ads to drive traffic to his sales funnel, and was able to grow his membership site to $10,000 a month in recurring revenue just using Facebook ads, not having an audience at all. So in business, and this is something to always remember, in business, there really is no one size fits all, and the best advice is really to just go into something that you feel like you're willing to put the hard work into and willing to commit to and willing to stay to, right? Because, for example, if you were to just simply launch a coaching website or a coaching program, there's some people who launch their coaching websites and their coaching businesses and they skyrocket and they make an incredible amount of money, and it's fantastic and it's wonderful. But there's a lot of people too who just launched that one program and they put out one sales post or one ad and it doesn't work and they just give up, right? So it really, really, really depends on the person. Are you the type of person who's willing to put in the work? Are you the type of person who has this big vision for something amazing that you want to create? If that is true for you, then now is the time. Why would you want to wait? And so I can't be the one to tell you when the right time to launch is. What it is for you to really just take some time to yourself and to think about, what is it that I want to create? And what a lot of people do is they zigzag their way to success. So they say, okay, so one day I want to write a book. So what I'm going to do before I write that book is, sorry, I got a text. What I'm going to do before I write that book is I'm going to create a YouTube channel, and then I'm going to create an Instagram, and then I'm going to do a website, and then I'm going to get this job at a bookstore so I can learn more about books, and then I'm going to intern at a publishing house. It's like, so many people zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. We're putting it off because of fear. We're putting it off because we're afraid of failure. And then we end up failing anyways because we don't do the thing that we want to do. On the flip side, there's so many people who launch their businesses literally writing a book, which is a $10 or $20 product, which isn't recurring revenue like a membership site is, and they skyrocket to success because of that one book, right? So, and not because of that one book, of course, the content of the book is incredible, but you see what I'm saying? There's no one right way to success. It really depends on, is this something that I see myself doing? Is this something that I want to do? When times get tough, or I don't see that sale coming through on the very first day, is this something that I have faith in enough that I'm going to keep trying, keep pivoting, keep looking at my results to figure out how to make it work? Because when I launched my membership site, it wasn't even a membership site. It was an email subscription. So for me, I had this morning ritual, I still have the morning ritual, that literally completely changed my life. I started to say positive things to myself in the morning instead of saying negative things to myself, like a lot of us do. A lot of us wake up in the morning and we say, I hate my hair, I hate my clothes, I hate this, da, da, da. And it creates a negative energy, and then of course we attract more negativity into our life. So I decided to switch my self-talk. I decided to wake up in the morning and not go on social media, because at that time I had a really bad habit of waking up and the first thing I was doing was going on Instagram. And I decided to start my day focusing on what I could do and my resources. And so I had this crazy idea to just put it out there and say, I wonder if people want to pay for me to send them an email every day. And it's hilarious because so many people complain that their inboxes are packed, yet I was able to get people who were paying to get my emails every morning, right? So even if it doesn't necessarily make logical sense, if you're passionate about it enough, and you can write that sales page where people really see why you believe in it so much and how you think it's going to help them, you will get customers. And to my surprise, I got a customer on the very first day that I put it up. I thought it was a mistake. I thought like it was an error with the program I was using. And then I was like, oh my God, this is a real person who just paid me real money. This is crazy. And then that's how it got started. It was just a miracle of somebody purchased on that first day, and that made me not want to give up. And I never would have known that until I just took that one step forward, even though it didn't feel like the right time. I could have put it off for another year. A great thing to think about in this capacity is how tech companies launch their products. So a tech company would never think about an idea for an app and then think about all the features and all the integrations and then put all the features and all the integrations into the product and then launch it like that. How they launch is they launch with the minimum viable product. So what is the minimum product that we can launch to make somebody buy it? That offers just enough value that somebody can buy it, maybe at a lower price point. Then what they do is once they start to get a customer base, they ask their customers, what do you like about this? What do you not like about this? How can we improve? How can we make your life easier? And that's how they grow and grow and grow and grow their platform. A perfect example is Instagram. If you think of Instagram, thanks for the hearts, guys. Love to see you here. So awesome to see you guys here. If you think about Instagram, for example, when Instagram launched, like, what was it, 5 years ago maybe? When it launched, it did not have all the features that you see in it today. I remember when I first got Instagram, I thought it was just for taking pictures of your food and putting filters on your food. I didn't realize the capacity of it. I didn't realize the potential of it. But Instagram did, because it got on those first few users who are probably just using it for filters, and then it said, hey, you can use it for more than filters, you can share it with your friends. Then it started to get feedback from its users that the users want search function, the users wanted hashtags, the users wanted more filters, whatever, geotags, and it grew and grew and grew, and look at where it is now. Now it's pretty much an ad platform, and Facebook is an ad platform, and there's no way that they would have known that end result if they hadn't started where they started, if they hadn't started before they were ready, right? And even with my membership site and my business, when I started, it was simply an email platform. And then I decided, you know what, I want to be able to help my members more. A lot of people are asking me how I grew my social media and how I launched my blog. And so I started to put that content in there, because the platform that I use for emails, I could also use for a membership site. And then people are asking me about finding their purpose and how to turn it into a business and all those ideas. So I created a course of that and I put it in there. And then it grew and grew and grew. And then some of my members who were in there who really, really liked my content and wanted more from me asked, hey, can we work with you one-on-one? And that's how I started to get premium clients that, you know, they came into my membership site paying a few dollars a month, And then they upgraded to work with me, paying thousands of dollars to work with me. And then they came to my retreats and paid thousands of dollars to come to my retreats. So for me, a membership site was a great way for me to nurture a community, to get to know people. And also it's been so cool for me to be able to watch my members over the months, because unlike a course where somebody buys your course and you don't even know who it is, in a membership site, I get to see who they are. It's a community. They're asking questions. I'm answering their questions. And so it's a real experience of people that I get to grow with, people who I've become friends with, people who I've met in real life. And when I thought about how I wanted to launch my business and how I wanted to grow my business, that's what was important for me. I really wanted to create a community, because I thought about who I was a few years ago and what did I need and what did I wish existed. And that was what Yes Supply is. I literally created what I wish existed. So I'm kind of going on a tangent. Anyone that knows me personally knows that sometimes when I get started, I go on a tangent. But essentially, if you guys are wanting to start something, if it's a membership site, I've created an incredible free checklist for you that you can download at yessupply.co/membership checklist. So that's yessupply.co/membership checklist, all one word. And in that, it's step-by-step what to do to launch a membership. And if you click on some of the lines, you'll even get access to the tools and softwares that I use to start my email subscription business, to build my website, to build my membership, all of that fun stuff. So head there, download that. But whether it's that you want to start a membership site, whether it's that you want to start a coaching program, whether it's that you want to, I don't know, write a book, whatever it is, believe me, it's not going to feel like it's the right time. You're not going to look at your schedule and be like, oh my God, I have a whole week to do nothing. I guess I'll finally write that book. It's never the right time. It's never the perfect time. It's that if this is something that you're really passionate about and this is something that you really want to do, it's something that you want to create and you want to leave an impact in the world in a certain way with a certain business model or with a certain type of passion project, the right time is when you decide, I'm tired of waiting, I'm tired of procrastinating, I'm tired of putting this off, this is my one life, I want to create the things that I wish existed, I want to create things that are beautiful, I want to make an impact, I want to help people. That's when it's the right time. And that's when you just march through the fear to create the thing that you want to exist in the world. And believe me, when you do that, it is going to be scary. And then on the other side of the fear, it is the best thing that you ever could have done. You're going to look back at your old life and be like, I can't believe that I settled for so long. I can't believe that I waited for so long. For me, I bought the domain for Yes Supply and I literally did nothing with it for a year because I was so afraid inside. I was afraid of what people would think of me. I was afraid that people wouldn't like it. I was afraid that, you know, people would judge me or that they wouldn't understand it. Until one day I decided I'm not going to worry anymore about what other people think of me, and I'm going to ask myself, what do I think of me? And when I did that, I realized I don't feel very good about myself putting off my dream. I don't feel very good about myself ignoring this thing that I really want to create. And I dove right in, and my success has skyrocketed, and I can only imagine where I'd been if I had just used that year and not allowed the fear to stop me. And so if you're watching this and you're feeling fear about launching that membership site finally, or starting that program, or building that blog, or whatever it is, believe me, just get started. Get that head start. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. And for every 100 people that want to start something, there's only really one who does it. So be that one and get that head start, get that foot ahead, and you will never know where it's going to take you. So guys, this was fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions on how to access the freebie, it's at yessupply.co/membership checklist. If you have any questions for me, leave a comment, send me an email at hello@yessupply.co. Tiffany saying, GMB was your key into my heart. That's so cute. Hello with the golden wisdom. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you so much for the hearts. If you love this, press share. If somebody that you know needs to hear this message, they need a little female empowerment, they need to finally stop talking about that business idea and just freaking do it, tag your friends, let your friends know. I really want to just help more women figure out what their yes is, and then just go and freaking create it and just make it happen. Because really, sometimes before we start something, we think that there's so many things out there telling us no or making us stop, but really, the only thing that's stopping you is you. And so just keep going, keep it up. I truly believe in you. Have a great night, guys. And I see, I'm just going to answer it here on Facebook. I see a question from Ian McDonald. What if you have already started but lose steam and momentum? That's okay. That is totally okay. I think the first step that you need to do is forgive yourself for losing steam and momentum. Forgive yourself and remember that you're only human. And when you're first starting out, that is the toughest part. Believe me, when you're first starting out is the toughest part because you are depending completely on faith. You're depending completely on faith that one day someone will read your blog, or one day someone will buy your product, or one day someone will sign up for your service, but you have to continue to have that faith. What you see right now in your physical reality is literally just a manifestation of what you were believing in the past. So what you need to remember is that right now, whatever you are thinking about, whatever you are focusing on, that is a seed that you are planting for your future. So right now, whatever you're doing, whatever feelings you're feeling, however you're acting, however you're treating yourself, whatever you're embodying, what you're doing is you're programming that into your future. So what I'm asking you to do right now is decide, okay, who do I want to be in my future? So I want to be, and I don't know what kind of business you have, but maybe I want to be that success story. I want to be that writer. I want to go on that book tour, or I want to have that audience of 20,000 people, or I want to have, 5 coaching clients. Okay, perfect. Whatever that is, write that down, know what it is, imprint it. And now ask yourself, okay, so if I already had it, if I already had that 10K month, or I already had all those incredible clients, how would I feel? How would I act today? Would I drag myself out of bed and drag myself to the computer and maybe type a blog and then just put it off? Or would I be like, yes, I'm making an impact on people. There's people that need my story. There's people that need my insight. I'm so excited about that, right? Ask yourself, what would those different energy levels be, and make sure you embody the energy of who you want to be in your future, because what you're doing is you're planting a seed in the metaphysical spiritual world that you'll soon see come into fruition in real life. So it really starts with your feelings and emotions. If you're around negative people, do things that you can do to be around positive people. Something that I used to do is I knew that you are the outcome of the 5 people who you spend the most time around. So what I used to do is spend my time with Bob Proctor and Tony Robbins and anybody who that really, really inspired me online, right? I couldn't obviously be BFFs with Tony Robbins, and I couldn't obviously be BFFs with Bob Proctor, but I could read their books and listen to them and take that in. And I would do my own morning rituals every morning. So I was doing my own Good Morning Beautiful rituals every morning, meditating, doing the affirmations, doing the journaling, so that I would lock in that feeling of who it is that I wanted to become, and then I became it, okay? So forgive yourself for losing steam and momentum. That's normal, it happens. Even people who have been in business for years lose steam and momentum. Even sometimes I lose steam and momentum. Today I had a very lazy day. I had a client in the morning, I did hypnosis on her. I did a video for the girls in my collective, and then I took a nap. I went to yoga with my friend too. But you don't have to always be go, 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 go in order to be successful. So forgive yourself for losing steam and momentum, and then decide, okay, it's time, I'm starting again. And when you start again, just say, this time isn't going to be like last time. Now I'm going to make it happen. Now I'm going to make that impact that I want to create, okay? So forgive yourself, move on from that, and then think about who you're going to be in the future and focus on that. Focus on the solution rather than the problem, and you will be able to pick it back up. So hopefully that helped you. If you have any more questions on that, or you want to share what your business is with us, actually a great place to do that would be in the collective. So you can join at yessupply.co/collective and hang out with all these girl bosses. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure you share this with anybody who wants to hear it. And only take yes for an answer. Bye, guys.